Hey there, friends. Welcome to Solvine. We've got Clover saying a little good day. Hope you're doing well. All right. We're going to connect into the energies. The energy is definitely flowing and going. And all right, Spirit, what do you have for us? This deck keeps calling out for me. Okay. I'm just going to do a Celtic cross, actually, is what I'm feeling called to do. A lot of you have booked in sessions in person. I know I've met a bunch of you already. If you do want to book an in-person session, I don't have that many left. So while you may see times in the calendar, once that time is secured, it blocks out 2 sessions, just to let you know. So there's probably like a handful, probably not even a handful. So go check it out if that's something that you want. Because it's not something that I open often to connect in person, but I really felt called at this point in time in this season to open that up. So if anything, maybe next year again, we'll have a look. But there can be other ways that we can connect, but it just won't be one-on-one. All right. Let's connect in, Pisces. All right, friends. Let's see what is going on. As always, appreciate you being here and the opportunity to support your journey. All right. So if you want to learn more about the private sessions and readings, there's also an option if you don't want to meet in person and just would like a channeled message personally. There's that option as well. And to get access to that, if you're not a part of the Soul Collective, that's only where you can get the information. You need to be part of the Soul Collective. There's no cost to join the Soul Collective, but it is a group for your own spiritual growth, your own healing, your own empowerment. And it's the second link below to get details on how to access that, okay? So let's see. What's the main energies right now? Okay, we've got Magician. Okay, we've got moon energy that's crossing and challenging this. We've got Queen of Pentacles. Wow. So this is coming up past energy. Isn't this funny, friends? If you saw yesterday's read, that I had a specific message that was coming through. I was like, I need to get this message out. I need to get this message out. I didn't know what the message was. But there's something here about, I think you making a change, bringing something down that you needed to kind of close out around something that just hasn't been supportive of you. So I feel like this is, past energy wise, you cutting something out here. But let's dive in a little bit more and then we'll channel in further to the energies. But I just find that really interesting in terms of what's coming up for you. Yep, exactly what this is about. You're looking for the new. You're connecting into where you want to be next. Wow, that's too many. Okay, let's have a look at what's coming up. Okay. Power in the situation. I like it. Let's check the environment and what's around you right now. That's a lot. Yeah. Okay. I'm going to look at those because there's a lot of messages in the energy. And then let's have a look at your hopes and fears. And then I'll get the outcome in a sec. Okay. All right. So straight up, what's showing up here, guys, and I think you know it. Like you're really in it. I can feel, Pisces, that you're in the energy right now of I'm tired of I think the lack of clarity, or where you're meant to be, or I just want to get to this place in my life. And I feel that feeling with great depth and pursuit. But at the same time, there's a little stagnation in it. And that's what it feels like. So there's something about wanting to manifest and, I think too, also being recognized for who you are, everything about you, right? The magician energy, there's the tools, the resources available. It's also about the manifesting part. But there's something here I feel like you just want to be seen for you, your love, your care, what makes you, what makes you you. And that beautiful side of you, right? And someone who is willing to come in and see those depths of you and actually feel it and connect with it the same way that you would feel and connect with another person or a situation that you're invested in. And I think there's something about that. Maybe you're working through that and the frustration of what perhaps you feel like you've been manifesting and do the right things, but then you're finding yourself in this situation. And maybe some of you are working on the shadow self right now and part of this releasing energy, because we can see that here. And I kind of feel that's what's happening, is that the frustration or what you can't see yet of what you're trying to manifest. And yeah, I'm getting some frustration with it for you, because you're doing all the right things, and it's just like, so if I'm doing all the right things, like, why are these other things happening? I know a lot of you have been talking about too, manifesting your person or your soulmate, whatever you wish to call it. And then you feel like you've called someone in that seems to, like you're on the right path, and then something just happens and shows up that show you actually I got this wrong. So with this Queen of Pentacles energy, I'm also getting a sense here that that's what this is about. The Queen of Pentacles is an energy that sits in such a nurturing, powerful, abundant self. And while it's not the Empress energy, it's one that just is almost there, It's like almost on that point of this energy here, you don't need to create from. Okay. The Empress is like a creative birthing new energy, right? It's kind of like Mother Earth energy. This Queen of Pentacles energy is someone who's already done the work, who's had a lot of success, who's also in a place, could be a motherly figure too, but also just in a place of like has done the work. And whether this has done the work in your career, done the work in your family life, done the work to build the life that you've got to today. But there's something here in question for you, which again is like, I'm in a good place. I'm feeling pretty good on where I'm at. So why is it that I still feel unsettled? Why is it that I feel like I'm still got my feelers out, in some regard for some of you? Like I said, in terms of this past energy, this was yesterday's read that came in as like an important message to get out. There is something that that is not built on a solid foundation or a strong foundation. This seems to be past energy. I think there's some reflection on that. I think as well, if anything, if you've cut it out already or it's already kind of broken down this situation, I think there's a part of you that may be reflecting, like I said, on the why, the understanding, but at the same time, yeah, I just feel like there's a little bit of reflection here and frustration on something that came into your life that, I don't know if it's a bit of a cycle that you get in, but or why perhaps toxic relationships come in, or why an energy that you just connect with on such a deep level that it kind of consumes you, that you end up seeing it and then realizing, well, that wasn't it. There's something about that energy. But again, that's past energy that I feel, Pisces, you're in a pretty significant karmic shift, okay? And a karmic shift of the lessons that you had to learn that are putting you on the path for success. Sometimes we have people and situations that come into our life, hard lessons sometimes, things that we, sometimes aren't paying attention to, or we haven't evolved from yet, that we still need to learn about ourselves or about situations. But it's, again, I feel like you're stepping into a new platform, for some of you, it is a platform, maybe getting out there with a book or with a podcast or with a YouTube channel or with your gifts or with your talents or something online. But there is something that you're evolving into. But it's like you needed this push to refocus on yourself to be able to do that and to be able to really step into that. I think something may have been distracting you along the way, but it's also something that you needed at the time. So don't be hard on yourself if you're feeling this a little bit of defeat around it, but I'm also seeing your strength, okay? Because as we're moving forward and we're looking at kind of what's coming in next here, and again, remember, there's free will, nothing set in stone. I just want to make that clear. Let's just take all the good stuff from this and the truths that we also need to empower ourselves, right? I want this to be a really powerful experience for you when you're connecting here to, this channel, to this work. At the end of the day, I want to support you to live your best life. And sometimes this is just the nurturing or the understanding that we need to give us that little sometimes step. I don't know about you, but sometimes a lot of us keep life to ourselves, right? And this is a safe space that we get to show up in its own way. And I feel here with this full energy, the 9 of Wands and the 7 of Cups, whether you want to read it top down or which way, bottom up, there's choices ahead of you. Pretty significant choices, pretty significant opportunities ahead of you. This is not a time to give in. This is not a time to give up on your hopes or your dreams or your aspirations or thinking that you haven't succeeded. You've almost come to the finish line, right? You've almost come to the finish line. But a big part now is understanding the lessons in choice, boundaries that you need to set. Again, there's strength in truth here around something, Pisces, okay? I just feel like this is a reminder. Again, this is your hopes and your dreams. Do we even have the star energy here? I feel like, no. I feel like the star energy is around. Maybe, no. Maybe it'll come out in the, as we wrap this up. But I just feel right now that there is this robustness about you, right? Like something that's unbreakable. And that part of you, that strength in you is allowing you to go, you know what? I actually do have choice. And actually, you know what? This hasn't worked out. I just feel there's a little blessing here that you may not be seeing because, you feel like the manifestation or the thing that you were trying to bring into your life perhaps didn't work out. But I think there's something that you can't see that's coming out of this. And that's what I feel Spirit's kind of saying. You're in a Queen of Pentacles energy underneath all this. Above you, spirit-wise, this is the karmic cycle closing out. So that's quite polarizing energy, right? Which is good. We need that polarity. And I feel like you're going to realize that there are options and choices in your life that allow you to get a little bit outside your comfort zone and take a chance on yourself around something. In terms of your power in this situation, your power in this situation is the 6 of Wands. That's recognizing your worth, understanding that you've actually come out on top on this. You may not see it right now, but I feel like that's the energy. The white owl for me, if you've been around for a little while, the white owl for me, when I'm connecting into the energy, while it's a positive omen for me, if I'm seeing this in a reading, this is me transferring that to you. This is letting me know, and you're on the right path. That's your power. You may not see it here, but that's your power. You're on the right path. The destruction, the breakdown, the toxic environment that you're in, wherever you're stepping out of and cutting out and getting honest about yourself with, this is the power that you're stepping into. And I think you're going to be quite recognized wherever you're heading next, whatever's coming in next for you. You want to feel valued. You want to feel seen for who you are, for your truth, for the hard work that and I think sometimes it's not even the external validation. Importantly, I think it's recognizing yourself that, how far you've come. When shit's been hard, like how far you've come, what you've got through, right? In terms of like your environment, there's something here about a path, a gateway, an opportunity connecting in here. In terms of what's available to you right now, it may not have started off on the right foot. Maybe, example, the place that you want to get to, like I said, you're on the right path, but the place that you want to get to or where you're going next, it's been a bit bumpy, okay? But I feel like that bump has allowed you again to check in with yourself. And what is it that you truly want? You don't want a toxic relationship. You don't want a relationship where someone doesn't value you. You don't, you know what your standards are. So then it's the frustrating part of, I know that's what you're going through, is why have I accepted anything else for such a long time? And I know that there's been hope and there's been a desire that a person will change or a situation will change. And I think the greatest thing here is that you get to change for the betterment of your life and to elevate yourself to the next place that you're meant to go. And whatever that place is something of fruitfulness, okay? The hangman there's quite a spiritual essence here too. I just want to acknowledge that, but you're seeing things and recognizing things differently. And I do feel like there's more to, and it's hard because it's like, how much more do I have to evolve? How much more do I have to grow? And there's something powerful on the other side of this. But again, there's still these little bumpy bits that we're shedding right now energetically, Pisces. That's really working for you. Okay. I just really want you to remember that this is working for you, in support of you. So, I'm sad when I hear that people have been hurt and have been deceived or have been, just someone hasn't been treating them right. I don't like hearing that. I don't think anyone likes hearing that, right? But I think sometimes we forget, like, we're all human. We've all got feelings. And it's just wild to me that some people can't respect other people that way, can't be honest and can't be upfront. And I know that that's what your frustration is because you do your best to show up that way, right? And it's not saying that person hasn't done the best that they could have done. But I think some people are just like, you evolve. That's what's really cool, Pisces, is that you evolve. You're a Pisces. So naturally you evolve and you grow. And if it's not, there's other things going on. But usually because you've been through the whole cycle to get to the world of Pisces, right? And I just think you connect with things, you just get it. You get things, you see things that people don't see, you understand things that people don't understand, and you evolve a lot quicker than a lot of other energies or a lot of other, people just in general. But I think, time on this planet, age, things like that, we can all have gone through so many different things at different times in our life, but there's something here about what's next for you. All of this is right on time. What hasn't worked out is on purpose. You've got the creator energy, no, and then you've got the wheel of fortune. You've also got, like I said, the bumpy start here. I can see the bumpy start here. But there is something you're being led to. There is something you're being led to that is really, really wonderful, okay? This is your hopes and fears, but I feel like this is Spirit saying, whatever you're worried about, friend, whatever you're worried about, sweetheart, whatever you're worried about, like, I think that there's even like other people that have crossed over, or your spirit guides or whatever, like they are just so hugging you right now as a reminder you're being protected in this. You're being elevated in this. It may not seem like it right now because you've been through a lot, but it's just, I don't know, I think I feel like a massive hug from the universe or from somebody is giving that to you right now. Like, for some of you that may go to sleep at night and just have that little, little release in terms of, maybe a little cry or a little, whatever you do at night, when you're on your own and you're just sitting with yourself, and you may be having a lot of strong feelings. That's an important part of the let go, you know. And you're not alone. You're definitely not alone. You got something really sweet coming in. You really, really do. I feel it. I feel it. I feel it in my bones. So let's have a look at the outcome. I was getting right into the energy there. Like, I feel like someone needed a nice cuddle. I'll take a cuddle too sometimes, you know. All right. Let's connect in and see what the outcome is and what you need to know. See? It's saying there's nothing to be worried about here. Hang on. I want to cry for you. I want to cry for you. I want to cry for you. Hang on. Yes. 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 This is what I'm talking about. One more. Okay, it's giving us two more. Oh. This is what I love so much. I'm telling you, like, this energy, like universal energy, when you're connected into it and feeling it and trusting it, just how powerful this is. I get right now, you may be feeling at a loss. Something that you thought was to be celebrated is no longer celebrated. But you still got those 2 cups, baby. And guess what? Those 2 cups are filling up. Because life is changing. Life is changing for the better. When there is endings, there are new beginnings. And that's a big part to trust in. There is something here about your part of your healing process, a part of this karmic cycle, a part of like what the universe is doing on your behalf that is birthing here. You've got the Empress energy. I did say, while this Queen of Pentacles is not the Empress, and I know for our masculines here, this is confirmation as well, just because I know we have a lot of masculines here, and you're absolutely, you know, I love that you guys connect into this too. It makes you so much more powerful than you may realize. And I love it. My man's into all this stuff too, and the energy and all that jazz. But what is so cool about this is that this abundance, this birthing of something new that's coming into your life, there seems to be a connection, a union, a pathway that you're going down. It may not show up in your face right now, but it is coming. But there's part of you that needed to go through this experience. And I know that sometimes we keep hearing this, and I know the frustration behind it. I see it because you are beautifully manifesting, but there was still some lessons that had to be learned. This is also sometimes our test is, when are you going to learn that you deserve better? When you see those red flags, it's not about, oh, I need to give them a chance or be alone. We can investigate more, absolutely. But I think what it's asking you to do, are you willing to do what you need to do to get where you need to go, to create the life that you want, to find that partner that you desire, to find that dream job? We can stay stagnant. Of course we can. Sometimes we can fear it. Sometimes we're just tired and don't like far out. But there's something here that's really powerful in something coming together and a total transformation. Sometimes it's about that the thing that you want most, they're not even ready yet. They've got to go through their transformation, right? But something is coming together. You've got the 2 of Cups. There's 2 more cups, like I said, that are waiting to be experienced. All's not lost. In addition to, look, love, balance, harmony, coming together in flow together. This is where you guys get to do the cool work together, right? You're not doing it alone anymore. You're going to have someone on the journey who wants to step into that with you, because this is how you're valued. And if you're the masculine, there's someone stepping up in this place for you, right? Again, reciprocal, supportive, connected energy. That's what you've been wanting and manifesting for a lot of you. Some of you, if it's not about relationships, it's about the thing that you are desiring most, that you've been wanting to manifest. But there is a part here that there was maybe still a bit of shadow work and an understanding of self on a different level. What people do to you is not a reflection of you. That's really important to know here, Pisces, right? This is looking good. The transformation is looking good. The shifting in this is looking good. We are really coming out and closing out a karmic cycle. I've been speaking about this the last couple of weeks, and I'm seeing it. I'm seeing in front of my eyes for so many of you, that I get to talk to and meet with, and others that I just naturally chat to, either through the Soul Collective or friends in general. But this is like a new era upon you. It really is. I'm going to leave it there. Embrace it, friend. Love you. Bye.